Yeah.
What's up? Hello. Hello. What's
Yeah.
up? Get some
Instagram. Okay.
drama.
Okay. Let's try this again. I mean, the first time.
We're live.
We're live. We're two chicks and a pod. I am Amanda.
I'm Megan.
And we are two chicks and a pod.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our episode. This is actually, So today we're going to talk about Instagram drama a little bit. Let's just get into it. Don't try to explain it, but okay, so as a lot of people know, there's an influencer in Lloydminster. Her name is Candice. We are going to name a name today because we're not going to be passive aggressive. Mm-hmm. But basically, she, nice enough lady. She's really, really good at doing makeup. I had my makeup done by her a long time ago, and she's really talented. Like, can't take that away from her. And over the course of the years, she's kind of changed and done a lot of things on Instagram. She's kind of waffled and wavered and whatever, and we all see it because it's a local person who's quite influential in the community, honestly, and
puts her life on the internet. So I mean, when you do that, you have to understand that people are watching, and some people watch from the beginning all the way through and remember everything.
Yeah, like some people, what you do online, if they watch you long enough, it sticks in their mind. They remember you. And so we've seen this girl kind of jump on a bandwagon here, jump on a trend here, and then, that didn't work out, this doesn't work out. Anyways, to the point of the story, the other day she had a let me know beauty trends that you either love or hate. And so I responded to the question sticker as two chicks in a pod because we talk openly about all of this stuff on all of our past episodes. I said Botox is super unsafe and can cause anxiety and all these things. And I said, I don't remember what the other one was, but I ended it with love yourself and mean it. Like, I don't think people should be getting something. I can't specifically remember right now, but it was something to do with love yourself and mean it. And so she responded to the thing and went on a probably 10-minute rant on her Instagram stories
about what loving herself meant to her.
Yeah, and so she started this whole rant with, and as for the love yourself and mean it, and then like goes on to talk about it for 10 minutes. And so I direct messaged her and said, hey, if you were triggered by this, we could have definitely just had a conversation instead of you having to do a 10-minute Instagram story about it. Like, let's talk. And she responded by saying, I wasn't triggered. I wasn't talking about you. I didn't even know what you said. And basically just
what prompted it was anything unnatural is unnecessary. Fake lashes, fake lips, fake boobs, love yourself and mean it is what you had posted that kind of spiraled this all into a drama fest that it is now. And people making reels about it.
And so she, I said what I said, then she said, what are you talking about? I didn't, whatever. And so I said, listen, you quoted what I said to you and then ranted about it for 10 minutes. And then again, I tried to say like, you put off this vibe of like, love yourself, but it's clear to everybody watching that you don't love yourself. And because I like you, I'm saying this to you to like make you a little bit more self-aware. And so then she responded and said, I don't agree with you. I think that you can love yourself and, change everything about yourself still. And so I guess in the end we agreed to disagree. And I said, no prob, love you. Thanks for the discourse. And that was the end of that. Then I made a video called Love Yourself and Mean It. which was directly intended for her, and I said that on my Instagram. And then a few days later, I made a reel because I'm going to admit that I purposefully wanted to make her see what I'm trying to say. And that's exactly what I accomplished now in the end. But I made a reel saying, like, showing, because a lot of times people will be like, ew, like, put your clothes on to me, but they'll be like, woohoo, to like a big girl that's naked. And so I made a thing that said, like, big unhealthy women get applauded and skinny healthy women get, called sluts. And I don't know if she saw that or not, but either way, right after that I was blocked.
No, she definitely saw it because yeah, she did. her
we know now, but
yeah, for sure, because in her Instagram post she quoted exactly what you had said.
Right, it said big unhealthy.
Yeah, so that's like what really triggered her, I think.
And so there's my story, and yeah.
So I'll just say that, like, your approach of, like, talking to her directly when you felt like she was being passive aggressive and talking about you on her Instagram, and like, people do talk about things that bother them to try and find validation in it from other people. So that's, like, I understand, like, where she's coming from and why she's doing it. And I think your approach of just, like, talking to her point blank and talking to her directly about it was a good approach. Obviously, it didn't really pan out that great, and neither of you had come to any conclusions on anything or had agreed on anything. But I just want to say that, like, I don't agree with that one reel you made. Like, that was pretty insensitive and pretty crude. Yeah. And I don't agree with that part.
I accept that, and I know that, and I knew it doing it, but I was genuinely trying to get a reaction.
Yeah,
and
it's not like,
I know it's rude. I'll just accept. Yeah, I'll own that. I accept that. I am sorry that I used your photo for that reel. I am. So there you go. But everything else I said, I still mean.
Yeah, and like, it's hard. It's frustrating, like, for me. So for myself, like, with Candice, like, I have unfollowed her a while ago now. And now I'm blocked anyways, but I unfollowed her a while ago because, like, the way I'm trying to live my life now is, if I don't agree with something you're doing or I don't like it, and I know that I'm not going to be able to have a conversation with you because you're just going to be, what do you want to call that, like, echo chambered, like, you just want you don't want any, you want all the positive reinforcement, but you don't want anything that's going to challenge
any criticism
no criticism or anything that's going to, like, challenge anything that you do. And reality is, like, we don't grow unless we are challenged, and we don't learn if we're not challenged, and sometimes we don't see, like, how self-destructive we are until somebody points it out, and it's really hard to accept that. But again, the more you heal and the more you put in the work, the more accepting you are of it, and the more you can recognize it, and the more you can fix yourself. So I just unfollow people. Like, if I'm triggered by them, if I don't like what they're doing, I just unfollow, because I know that what I'm doing, I'm going to put those vibrations out. I'm going to put out that good energy, and the people that want to be around that and me will come to me. And we'll find each other, I guess. And those people just aren't for me. Like, I'm really not into, like, all the Botox, all the fake hair extensions. And, like, I think the thing that bothered me the most is that the things that she complained about, she was doing the exact opposite to damage what she was trying to fix. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, no, don't dye your hair 3-4 times a year, bleaching it. Do not put hair extensions. Do not put hair extensions in. And like, people always say, like, you can't judge how healthy somebody is by the outside. I'm sorry, but yeah, you can. I can, and for especially, like, someone like that puts their life online all of the time. Mm-hmm. I mean, if she was working out, if she was eating clean, if she was proud of all those things, she'd be posting about it. Because when she was eating clean and when she was trying to get healthier, she was posting about it nonstop. Now, since that didn't work out for her, again, commitment, like, it's a lifestyle change. And doing a keto diet and doing all these fad fasting diets and any of the fad diets, they're not going to work. The only thing that works is just consistently eating clean, consistently working out, and changing your lifestyle, and not binge eating and stuff. Yeah. And replacing those bad habits with good habits. You know, if you're feeling like, people say that they deal with anxiety, depression, all these things, but like then they turn to food to fix those problems, but then you're filling your body with sugar and toxins and processed foods and then all that does is trigger your anxiety and your depression even more, because then you're unhappy with yourself for what you did, and your body is not healthy for your body, so your body's going to react to that as well. Like, if you instead change those habits, and I know it's hard, but again, the more you heal, the more you work on yourself, the more you can realize what you're doing to yourself, and change that. You know, if you're feeling anxious, go for a walk. Go for a bike ride. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying like your lifestyle change, like you have to be in the gym every day and overworking out and all that stuff. No, like just moving your body, like going for a walk, being outside, going for a bike ride, meeting up with friends. If you have kids, take your kids to the park. Mm-hmm. Like all these easy things that you can do. You know, if you're, craving something sweet, have some fruit instead. That's much more filling and, natural sugars for your body. But it's just a vicious cycle, and it's like, man, I can see like you're struggling with it, and now you're ashamed because it's been put out to the public.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Like everybody that I know, like most people I know, like they just like, I don't see someone thriving on Instagram. I see someone struggling, and I didn't follow. So I followed Candice a long time ago, and then I unfollowed her for whatever reason. I just wasn't, just because I thought it was boring. Like, I was on doing other stuff, cosplay, blah, blah, blah. And then I made a point to go and follow a bunch of local girls again to try to, like, bring it local, make a community, like, get everybody interacting with each other. And as I started following her again, I see, like, the copying people's posts,
trying to stay relevant.
The almost like so somebody would post something, and then 32 minutes later Candice posts the same thing, and like
it's giveaways. Like someone would do a giveaway, next thing you know, like an hour later they're doing a similar giveaway, and it's
the same thing. And it's like, and when she would do it though, she would almost do it like, so I'm having a giveaway, and it was almost like, do you even want to do this, or are you just doing it because you feel like this is your life now? Like, and I say all of this out of love. Like, I don't hate this girl whatsoever. I just think it's funny that the argument we got into about loving yourself is now full on display that you do not love yourself. Because then she went and made this super, like, cry for me post. Like, oh, you might be happy on the outside, but on the inside, all these things are happening. Yeah, that's what I said to you.
It's a reflection of what you're doing to yourself.
Exactly. And
like, your health, your health, like, you can see your health is like, when you're healthy, you see it from the inside out. Like, mm-hmm. The more you heal yourself from the inside, the better you're going to look on the outside.
Right.
So, I mean, and doing all those superficial things, like filling your face with toxins and stuff, like, that's not helping your case. Mm-hmm. And it's not, and like, another thing too, like, it's not something sustainable for the rest of your life either. Like, and at the end of the day, like,
physically,
when you're 60, 70, 80, like, what are all these things actually going to do for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Like they're not going to be there for you. Like, and are all these people going to be, online still clapping for you? Is that still where you're going to get because that's like people online, and they have like these like, they're influencers or whatever, so they have this audience that they feel like they always have to appease, and then they give them the energy back. But like, what's gonna happen when that's not the case anymore? Mm-hmm. Like, where are you gonna fill? What are you gonna fill that void with?
And I feel like
you don't have that attention anymore.
Yeah, and like wouldn't, like, I don't know, like, don't you want to do other things all day? Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's like, so this is what I do. Like, I'll have like a Sunday where I record a ton of stuff, and then, you know, I'll use that for weeks. Like, sometimes I won't go on Instagram for like a day or two if I'm like busy, and that's like healthy. Like, I never stress myself out about it. Oh, am I posting? I mean, yeah, we do for the podcast, but that's because it's a scheduled gold, you know, project. But like, it's so obvious. Like, you can see that, like, she doesn't put her, like, when I was following her for that while, you can see that she doesn't really put her full heart or effort into certain things, and it's almost like she's just doing it to get something out. And it's like, why do you feel like you have to do that? And so, I don't know, I think that...
Like, it really changed from, like, it felt like she was doing it for herself, like, she was doing really cool makeup stuff, and then it turned into, like, this body positivity thing, which was really just, like, masking the fact that, like, you're unhappy with yourself, but hurrah, hurrah, and let's all get, like, everybody else on board. And it's not, like, a fat-shaming thing, like, it's... But, like, take accountability for your health.
Yeah.
And, like, a lot of these issues that you're having would resolve.
Yeah. And,
themselves.
like, yeah. And as much as I am... Like, I do feel bad for that thing I posted. Like, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just continued the conversation to her. But I felt like she didn't care. So I wanted to trigger her, like, feelings to be like, look at this, you know? I went about it the wrong way, whatever. But what I want to really, like, instill in people from this whole conversation is, like, why the hell can't we debate and talk about things anymore? Like,
block and delete.
You just want to stay in your echo chamber and block anybody that has criticism of you. How are you ever supposed to, like, grow? Like, you can't grow. And you know, I wasn't mean. Like, when I direct messaged her, I was very, like, nice and loving. And I wouldn't have said anything if I didn't care, is what I also want to point out. Like, I care about people, and I see her suffering and lying to herself every day. And I just, you know, I had to say something, and so I did, and the opportunity arose, and we talked, and now look where we are. Now she's acting like, oh, you don't owe anybody your side of the story. Yeah, it's because your side of the story makes you look like a dummy, kind of. Like, that sounds mean, but, like...
But yeah, people post things like that, like, being content with not...
You're clearly not.
You're clearly not, because you keep posting about it, and, like, it's so funny, like, people don't realize... the message that they're putting out there when they post things like that. Like, clearly it's bothering you, otherwise you wouldn't post it. You wouldn't post anything at all. Like, I don't run around posting any, like, my personal shit on, like, Instagram. Like,
yeah,
it's just...
Yeah, like,
it's, like, the passive aggressiveness. And, like, another thing, too, is however many people went into your DMs to, you know, say, oh, thank God somebody said something. Oh, my God, she's so annoying. But, like, why? Like, this is the part that, like, I can't stand about social media is that nobody's there when you're sending out positive things. Like, if you reshared somebody's or made a reel with somebody in it, and nobody's going to come in and be like, oh, that was so nice of you. Oh, great. But as soon as you publicly bash somebody... everybody's on there like, oh, let's get the popcorn.
Clap it.
Like, woo! Yeah, get it. She's so annoying. She's such a terrible person. And all these things come in. And it's just like, we're so fixated on all the negative things in life. And it's like, why can't, like, where are the hurrahs? And, like, why aren't you saying something to her directly? And, like, the problem that I have is half these people probably fucking follow her and like her shit or, like, comment on her shit, or some of them do. And, like, that's the problem that I have. Like, stop being passive aggressive. If you don't like someone, stop being fake, unfollow them. And I'll, like, admit, like, obviously I'm guilty for, like, going on there and looking to see what happened because I was curious, because obviously my best friend and her are fighting, so it's like, I wonder what her take is on this. And then I got blocked and deleted. I wasn't contributing it. I wasn't telling you to, like, go and make this reel or anything. Like, I was just like, and if anything, I told you not to. I said, have a conversation with her. And then it escalated.
Yeah.
But, like... Again, though, like, people, like, let's just have conversations. Be real. Like, and obviously she was affected by it, but instead of, you know, coming to you and being like, hey, that really wasn't nice, and I don't appreciate that, and let's hash this out right now. No, she made herself a victim on her Instagram to get everybody to feel sorry for her. Yeah. And of course, people were commenting on her on that side of things, but again, like, how many people were sliding in, like, give me the juice, because, I mean, you've been public about some things in Lloydminster, so obviously there's some people that are going to be like, oh, like on Candice's side too, and it's just like, but again, where's like the kindness at the end of the day too?
Yeah, like these people are sliding in being like, fuck yeah.
That would never talk to you otherwise.
Kinda, yeah, pretty much. Very true. And so,
unless they have something juicy to talk about.
And so it's like, oh, you're gonna slide in and be like, yeah, fuck that bitch. But I'm not even like, fuck that bitch. Like, I'm like, I hope that lady takes care of herself. Yeah. That's my stance. Like, I'm not, you know, like, I want everybody to get along. I want to have her and everybody, you know what I mean? Like, and we're gonna have, yeah. But we'll end it by saying we're doing a live episode next on Monday, and comments below. Yeah, okay. And for the audio, I just do want to finish saying, yeah, we are doing a live episode on Monday on Instagram. So get your questions ready. We can do Q&A, and if nobody shows up, we're just going to talk. But, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. So, yeah, if you have any questions or concerns or whatever, like, I really hope you guys bring them out. Bring them on
Monday. Yep, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Alberta time.
Yeah, and if you want to, like, you can list your questions. Like, if you can't make the live and you have questions or you have comments, want to add to anything, you can most definitely comment. And we'll address them. We'll address it all. Anything.
Yeah, I'll go dig up some YouTube comments too that we haven't responded to if there's any.
We can go over some of our comments, some of our like I did last time.
And just love each other and get along, and that's all.
And communicate. Let's just get back to the art of actually communicating with one another.
And communicating real, like for real, not because of optics. Like,
not because of optics. And also not being like passive aggressive. You know, let's just get to the point, because nothing ever gets resolved when you beat around the bush. And then all it does is create more negativity and more toxicness, and you know, and even if you end up saying like, okay, we don't agree with each other at the end of it all right, you hashed it out. It's done. It's over.
Yeah. Exactly.
Start to finish. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Okay, bye.